Hey guys, Az here. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about what I've been investing my gold in order to protect my gold from the crazy amount of inflation that's currently going on classic fresh servers. Now, this is very speculative, and by no means am I recommending that you buy the same items as I am. Now, my whole premise for my investment strategy is that I firmly believe that there's going to be a change to open world farming in some sense, whether or not it's only limited to herbs and veins, like mining veins, right? Or if it's going to affect the whole layers as we currently have it. The current supply does not match the demand. WoW economy is all player driven. And what we can see with this current inflation is that the supply is just not keeping up with the demand, giving us higher prices. And it's hard to keep up, right? As a normal Andy who's not spending hours upon hours farming gold, it's hard to even afford basic consumables as is. And I do believe that the classic team is going to have to make some changes. I hope they'll make some changes because at the current rate, it's not looking too good. So my investment strategy revolves around the fact that there will be a change, all right? So if you buy into that narrative, maybe you'll like my investment strategy. Personally, I've thrown most of my gold into righteous orbs. And this is double-sided. Like, I believe that items that are dungeon farmed, if they make the change, items that are dungeon farmed will not be affected by that change, right? Why would it? It's not going to be affected by spawn rate. It's all about the amount of people going in there, clearing the content for the righteous orbs, or dark runes for that matter. I do believe dark runes will go up as well. Now, another thought to investing into righteous orbs for me personally is that I have a feeling, maybe I'm in some vacuum of try-hard people, but I have a feeling that a lot of people are ranking. A lot of people are aiming to get to rank 14 because of the changes to ranking this time around. A lot more people are going to try to hit that because they can do it a bit more casually. You don't have to go all in. So I do think a lot of people will get to rank 14, meaning that a lot of players are going to have weapons that need enchanting, right? So if we go into rank 14 weapons, right? If you hit rank 14, so many warriors, rogues, etc., are going to need Crusader on their weapons, right? A lot of healers are going to need healing power on their weapons. You need righteous orbs for both of those. Also healing on gloves, if I'm not mistaken. And I even think some warriors for the flask set will buy like a healing mace and throw on healing power onto that. And that's even more righteous orbs, right? There's a lot of benefit to having a giga flask set. And I think a lot of warriors will benefit or will take advantage of that and max out, like, for example, buying a healing mace with healing power on it. Other things I've invested into, Libram of Veracity. Now, this is also an open world thing. It can drop out in the world, out and about, right? But it's not an easy item to go out and farm directly. Not really affected by spawn rates or layers per se. So I expect that to go up. Same kind of narrative as, or speculation or thought process as the rank 14 weapons. People will want to throw on, they get their new helm. They're going to want 8 strength on that. You get your legs, you're going to want 8 strength on that as well, or agility, or whatever you're running, right? So the Librams, not only the ones for strength, agility, etc., also rapidity, right? The one that gives 1% attack speed. Libram of focus, so on and so forth, right? I don't think like Libram of resilience will go up, the fire resistance one, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I do think a lot, like percentage wise, someone from my guild was talking about that he thinks that the Libram of rapidity will go up more percentage wise, right, than veracity. Because a lot of people will be like, I can't afford dumping 500, 700 gold into a Libram of veracity. I'm gonna just get the 1% haste, right? So there will be those people. And I think Libram of veracity will go up. I think Libram of rapidity will go up. Those would be the two that I would focus the most on. and then Libram of focus. Now the thing is, with these Librams, it's unique. You can have them in your mailbox 30 days, and then you can like mail them around to like store them up, right? But you can't like, the issue with Libram of rapidity is that it's so cheap, right? Let me just find it real quick. Libram of rapidity. It's already gone up a bunch. Somebody has been buying in preparation of rank 14. You see, 300% up. So it's hard to store. You can store it in mailbox on other all characters. Currently, I have 4 books of rapidity. No, I'm sorry, veracity. Let's see what veracity is going for right now. 429. I think I paid 350 for mine. I bought them on another character. That's why the data is not showing. And I do believe it will be between 500 and 700 gold. Same like with righteous orbs. I bought these for 69 gold each. Still sitting at 73, but you see there's not that much supply on the auction house, and we're it's like 5 o'clock in at daytime, so usually there's a decent amount of stock on the auction house. I think righteous orbs, when rank 14 comes around, I think we're looking at 100 gold plus, 100 gold plus per, and it's like a double whammy because everyone is farming their rank 14, so they're not doing strat live for the orbs. Even less supply, huge demand because everyone gets weapons at the same time. A lot of people will get weapons at the same time, right? So definitely, I would definitely recommend getting righteous orbs. Now, obviously, just to state the fact that I've already invested in this and now I'm talking about it, which if a lot of people watch this video, will drive the prices up further. So just don't buy in if the price is already too high. I would say at the current rate of like 70, around 70, between 70 and 80 gold is a good investment. But yeah, I also think it's a great farm if you can like go hard reserve some righteous orbs in strat live runs. If you can manage to find groups, that's the other thing, right? That's why I think the supply is not going to match the demand. It's kind of hard finding groups nowadays for dungeons. Most people are done with it. But yeah, and if they have an ult, they just bring it to MC and get some loot already in there. So we talked about Librams, we talked about righteous orbs. Let me just bring up, I have a few tabs open here, right? So here we're looking at, just in case you guys see more potential investing opportunities here in the items. But here we see righteous orb. What do you need it for? Crusader, healing power and gloves, healing power and weapon. Right? I don't think these won't affect it at all. Veracity. Now I haven't mentioned this yet, but you could turn them into Arcanum versions, right? The lesser Arcanum versions, like if you do the quest and stack those up. Those are not unique. And you can enchant other people through the trade window, right? Just like you get Crusader enchant or whatever. People can buy the enchant through that. And usually you can charge more for it because nobody wants to go pick up Whipperroot Tarbers or Crystal Force or whatever, right? They just don't bother. So they're going to pay you extra for you just to hand that service. So if you want to, get even more profit on your investments and you got the time, I would turn these into the Arcanums. But then you have to pick one and you kind of limit yourself, because some people want strength, some people want agility. So I think strength is a safe play. There's way more warriors willing to throw out money, right? Rapidity. This one is kind of easy. It's just 2 blood of the heroes. I'm pretty sure materials. This is like 5 gold in large brilliant. This is also nothing, a few silver under a gold, right? 5 gold plus this, 8 gold. I've seen these in trade chat go for between 50 to 75 gold each. Like just the Arcanum version. Might even be a good gold farm to do. Again, kind of annoying that you can only carry one at a time. Otherwise, you could just bring a bunch of them into the DM West where you turn in the quest. Or I'm sorry, DM North in the library. But yeah. Focus, same thing. You just need the Skin of Shadow here, which is like a bit more of a hassle to get, honestly. You need Skullomance for that. Resilience, I don't think is a good investment, but there's the last one, right? Tenacity or whatever. Is that the health one? I think so. Libram of Tenacity. Wow, Let's go see. Objective off. Oh, it's the armor one. What's the health one? Libram, health, classic, wow. Constitution, that's right. I think this one will also be worth something, just not as much. Like people are way more willing to dish out gold for PvE purposes than just gaining a bit of health. Moving on. I think large brilliant shards will go up in price as well. So many enchants on this new gear require some large brilliant shards. I mean, if you just look at the reagent list of it, right? Super long. Greater stats on chest. Everybody's gonna need that on their new chest. So many things to look at here, right? Spell power and weapon. Is there anything else? Gloves. Agility. Healing power and bracer. So I'm very certain that this will go up as well, right? Large brilliant shard. I think we'll probably look at around, if we go look at large brilliant shard here. It's 3 gold right now. I think easily you can go to between 5 and 6 gold once rank 14 comes out. Now this is bottable because all the DMT hunter bots can just print out large brilliant shards. Like, so this is definitely affected by the botting market, and yeah. So there might be more supply, but still the supply is just not keeping up because of this mega server. So even things that are being botted is like probably a good investment anyways. Then we have Black Lotus. I firmly believe if any change happens in WoW Classic, it's going to be another change to the Black Lotus. There is no way that 300 gold per flower is going to be a thing going forward. And look how few there is on the auction house. Yeah, it's just crazy. I think there's going to be a change to the spawn rate. We're going to get some Season of Discovery change type of thing. Maybe they'll drop with other herbs. Now this wasn't an issue in the first iteration of Classic, not the original vanilla, but because there were so many more servers, the player base were way more spread. Now it's just like mega servers. On top of that, the current player base, they're also probably more inclined to swiping and paying up and not going out farming these things themselves. But yeah, what else do we have on the list? Now this is like a future investment thing. This comes out in phase 5, Elemental Fire Transmute, where you take 1 Heart of Fire, and for 1 Heart of Fire you can transmute 3 Elemental Fires, and you get 3 Elemental Fires out of it, right? For 1 Heart of Fire. 10-minute cooldown, so you can kind of spam this. Now this is a short-term investment strategy, right? I think buy Heart of Fire and then sell them, or create the Elemental Fire. I don't think it will be amazing gold per hour. I remember investing in this on my first time in Classic, first Classic around, first re-release of Classic WoW. I invested in a lot of Heart of Fire, and then once AQ40 came around, a lot of people had invested in Heart of Fire, so the market was so saturated. And this is like a thing that most people know about. Also, the demand for fire protection potions become less once AQ40 comes out. It's mainly just, nature protection potions. But obviously people will still be doing BVL, but they'll probably slack on consuming with with this, right? With fire protection potions, at least the expensive ones, because we have more stamina, we have more stats, healers heal more. You can get away with griefing a bit on that, right? The last thing I want to touch on is the AQ40 war effort. A lot of people will be participating in this, especially because we got one of these mega servers. A lot of people want to get in on this. Again, the supply will not match the demand. So pretty much you can just go through this list of Anchorage, War Effort, look at the items needed, and just start stocking up on it, right? I'm not going to give specific recommendations, but this would also be a good thing to invest into. Anything related to the war effort. There's also the rep farms. Anything regarding this event that you can invest into, I would recommend. Let me see, is there anything we can see here? Well, you guys go look at it yourselves if you wanna. This is more of a safe play. I think AQ40 related items is a safe play, whereas my Large Brilliant, Libram, and Righteous Orb speculation is less of a guarantee. So invest wisely. This, again, I'm not telling you what to do. It's simply what I'm doing, right? Oh, speaking of the devil, right? Look at this. The mats for rapidity is so cheap, yet this guy's selling it for 85 gold. You can definitely print out a lot of these really fast. Just going from the mailbox, picking. If you just farm a bunch of Blood of Heroes and buy some of the Large Brilliant shards, you can definitely print these pretty fast. Back and forth from the mailbox. If you have an ID with the library open, you do have to do a quest line before you can do it. So don't just buy the mats and expect you can run into library before you and just turn these in, which is also why people tend to just pay for it, right? All right, that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you appreciate it, if you like this video, make sure to hit it with a like, and I would also really appreciate a sub. You guys really came through on the last video. So many of you subbed, and we smashed the 1K sub goal. So thank you very, very much for that. And I just appreciate you guys and the love that you're giving me. So yeah, big love from here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.